have a mushroom. Now, you see, the classic YouTube thing to say at the beginning of every single video is the whole, today I, or today we, or today something something. But in reality, today is the end result of something that was a very, very long project, something that I've been working on for a while, something that I had an idea for even much longer than that. But this project is to create sound effects for Ponytown. Not officially, of course, but I have always wanted to try and, make these little sound effects and stuff like that and kind of see what it might be like. I've always wanted to know what it would be like if Ponytown had sound effects, like walking or whatever. I don't know if any of you have been curious of that, but I am going to share with you all what that might look like and what that might feel like, I guess, is a way to say that. I want to start with what it took to do all of that first, to give you a little bit of context for what is going on here. So to produce all of these sound effects for this game, all the sound effects that I'm going to be doing for this video, I had to create what is known as Foley effects. Foley effects are basically like taking everyday objects or whatever and creating sound effects, sounds that are more real than the actual real sounds themselves. Essentially, it is a more controlled version of what it should sound like. Most things you hear in TV, such as punching, running, explosions, eating, everything basically, are all Foley effects or Foley effects. I feel like I'm saying that wrong, I don't know why.
Foley.
Sometimes there's a combination of Foley effects as well as the sound that was originally produced by the microphones and everything like that. But essentially, they all use Foley effects. So they're basically something that someone recorded using something like a shoe or a slice of ham slapping onto a table. Now, it sounds goofy, but the real-life sound of punching, for example, is basically non-existent. So faking that punching sound works much better to provide depth and realism and impact overall to the movie, the game, whatever it is that you're putting these Foley effects into. Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, why are you doing this? You could have easily went to some kind of free sound library or something like that and just used all of those sound effects and put those into the game and everything like that. I don't know why I didn't do that. To be honest with you, I wanted to have the experience of actually making Foley effects myself as well. It's kind of complicated. Like, I don't know if those sound effects are going to sound like how I want them to sound. I don't know if there's going to be some sort of copyright on some of those sounds. I have used material from copyright free sound effect websites and shit like that, only for it to actually have been copyright and then get in trouble for it later down the line on the channel and stuff like that. That's why I don't use that many sounds in my videos and stuff. But anyway, I didn't want to risk any of that, and I didn't even want to bother to check with that because I wanted to try the hardest possible method because why not? I hate myself. I much preferred this after finishing everything anyway, so it all worked out in the end. I much preferred it mostly because it was sort of a really good learning experience. I got to learn a lot about this. I actually learned how to remove the background noise for videos, so things like keyboard typing or fans in the background and stuff like that. I should probably be able to remove those moving forward, so that is something that I'm definitely going to be trying to do for future videos and stuff like that, such as this one, as well as other videos that aren't something that is time sensitive, like news and things like that. But I have rambled quite a bit, so put on some headphones or turn up the volume, whatever you want to do, and get ready for the sound effects portion. A quick note, however, the walking sound effect I did make louder at the beginning when I introduced it, and then I ended up using it later, but making it more quiet in the later parts of the video and everything like that. I did that so it can be heard better, and I also want to point out that these sound effects themselves would not be this loud if it somehow were added to the game. Obviously, there would be a balance to the volume for all of these things, that way it doesn't become, really, really loud and things like that. I also imagine if sound effects were ever actually added to the game, it would be some kind of toggleable feature or something like that, or it would be a client-side feature where only the sounds that you produce would be actually making sounds on your end. So that's how I imagine all that would work. It's not perfect. It's mostly a concept more so than anything. But anyway, here is the clip of all the sounds. So you might have noticed that there wasn't too many sound effects, and the ones I did make are seemingly very niche. But that's honestly because it was really hard to find out what to make a sound effect for. Like, the main one I thought of was just walking and swimming and stuff like that. Doing much more than that honestly just felt really random and kind of hard to justify to some degree. It's hard to say what should make it sound in Ponytown, and I think part of that comes from the fact that there are no sounds in Ponytown. Like, what should make a sound other than stuff like walking or picking things up? I faced this question a lot, and in the end I decided to just make sound effects for the things that I thought would be the most interesting or the most fun, such as the lantern, which I'm honestly really proud of the lantern sound effect that I used. But yeah, before I do sign off, I do have a challenge and a question for all of you. The challenge for all of you is to comment below what sounds or what I was doing to produce some of these sound effects. So for example, what do you think I was doing to get the trotting sound effect or the fireplace sound effect? Comment below what you think I used for different sound effects in this video. As well, comment down below what you think I should make sound effects for in the future, because if I get enough ideas for more things to make sound effects for, then maybe I'll make another video like this in the future. But that does it for the video. I do hope that you enjoyed me running around this island here while I explained what was going on. And yeah, if you did enjoy, please do like, subscribe, share, do all of those wonderful things like that, because when you do those wonderful things, you get access to wonderful content such as this. But that's not all you get. No, it is not all you get. You also get to become wonderful yourself, and I think we all want that. So do those wonderful things, and until next time, stay wonderful. Crystal.